Hey, finishers, finishettes, and all my Fin fam, everyone else out there in YouTube land, welcome once again to the Bryant Finn Faust movie review. So, a little bit of change of pace. This is going to be my first foray into classic film reviews. And in honor of Lobsterfest coming back at Red Lobster, we are reviewing the 1994 biopic Forrest Gump. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would they make a biopic about the CEO of the Bubba Gump Shrimp Co? But you got to remember, this is the '90s. It was like hide your kids, hide your wife. They biopicking everybody. Just kidding. Before we start, everybody, obviously, big fat spoiler alert here. So if you haven't seen Forrest Gump and you don't want anything to be ruined for you, do not proceed. And here we go. Ugh. Now, obviously, when you're talking about a biopic, you have to take what you see with a little bit of a grain of salt. But after watching this movie, I have to wonder if Robert Zemeckis was more worried about the pick than the bio of this biopic. Now, the first thing that really took me out of this movie was early in the film, we see a young Forrest Gump interacting with a then unknown musician. Now, Forrest actually inspires this musician with the way he moves with his braces. And who is that unknown musician? You guessed it, Elvis Aaron Presley. Obviously, anytime we're talking about Elvis and the music industry as a whole in that time, one would be remiss without bringing up the subject of cultural appropriation. As much as I love Elvis, obviously, elephant in the room we need to bring up. He and the record industry in general at the time was certainly not above maybe lifting the occasional line, lyric, hell, the whole song from the African American community. So, while it's not impossible that Elvis may have appropriated that dance from Forrest Gump, I like to think that maybe it was a nice little story that Mama Gump told Forrest when he was a kid, and it just kind of stuck with him. And then, when they're interviewing him for the movie, they put it in there as though it was fact. Either way, anytime there is a Kurt Russell cameo, I'm on board. Now, the movie takes place over the course of about 30 years, so obviously can't go over everything, but the main engine that drives this movie is we see watershed moments of the American 20th century through the eyes of, you guessed it, Forrest Gump. As highly unlikely as it is that one man would be witness to so many important moments in this nation's history, I get it. Nostalgia sells. The filmmakers know it. I know it. All you finheads know it. So, I ain't too mad about that. I'm at you, Zemeckis. Just kidding. One pivotal sequence involves Forrest Gump joining the army and being sent overseas to Vietnam. Now, all you Finnyites out there who are also history buffs might remember that at the time, Vietnam was not quite the tourist destination that is today. So, he wasn't there for a vacation. Just kidding. Forrest gets stationed with another, say, slow fella named Bubba, and they become fast friends. And Bubba has a dream of once he gets home, he's gonna start a shrimp boating company, and he and do his mama proud. Only thing, Bubba don't make it home. In honor of his dead friend's memory, Forrest decides that he is going to become his own shrimp boat captain. During that battle sequence, we see Forrest running back into the shrubbery to bravely try and save Bubba, only to unfortunately watch as Bubba dies in Forrest's arms. It was a very powerful reminder of the horrors of war, and I don't know, is it really what it's all cracked up to be? But that's just my take. I will say this, though. A part of me could have liked to have seen maybe Forrest seeing his friend dying and maybe hesitating to help a little bit. Maybe because he knows how much of that shrimp boat money he's going to be standing to make if he doesn't have to split it with his friend. I don't know. It could have been a fun thing, but I like what they did too. So overall, it was a fun movie with an entertaining plot line, and I enjoyed it. Even though at times it did feel like it was a little too pro Gump, but I guess I understand why they had to do that. Also, another thing that I thought could have been interesting is during the Vietnam sequence, if they maybe would have shown us a little bit more of the other side. What were the Viet Cong fighting for? I don't know. Overall, my review for Forrest Gump is I give it 2 aqua fins with a half of a red fin for a grand total of a third of a brown fin with an asterisk. So, I liked it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next week when I review another classic Bryant Finn Faust movie review. Fin out!